Hey y'all, my name is Carolyn Gray. If you're new here, I'm that girl who isn't too cool for school. I'm humble and ready to learn everything and anything. And the topics that I cover are wellness, entrepreneurship, and all things fashion. Okay? I try to post as much as I can, juggling multiple career focuses, but we're gonna do what it do, baby, okay? But if you're a seasoned subscriber, welcome back, boo. So today, I'm going to cover a certain topic in a way that I haven't done before, right? So, as we know, all the fashion weeks just went on by throughout the whole month of September and the beginning of October. And it was very different, I feel, since, the pandemic has started. I kind of feel like it's going back into the old ways of what fashion weeks used to be. But I did attend New York Fashion Week, and that was cool. And being an influencer that is up and coming, I went to 2 shows, and then I went to a few events, so it was a lot of intake. But seeing the girls go to Milan and to Paris to look at Fashion Week in person there, I'm like, oh my God, I love so many things. So I decided to go through all the fashion shows and pick some of the brands that really resonated with me and made me just kind of stop me in my tracks, and I would be like, oh my God, this is an amazing look. And also, I feel that I resonate with pieces that are way more wearable. Like, this is an haute couture, this is ready to wear. So I'm looking at the collections in a sense of like, is it something that we could actually buy and wear and feel amazing in? Or is it just a bit too playful? Or is it easy for us to duplicate a similar outfit? And there were some brands that did just that. So let's get into it. I'm going to I have my handy dandy laptop here, okay? And I went through and basically screenshot of my favorite pieces, and I'm going to talk through it, okay? And then we're going to post the photo here. And I don't include all the brands. We can't cover all of them because that's a lot, and it's a lot for my eyeballs, and we can handle what we can handle. But we're going to get into the nitty gritty. One of my favorite brands since I was a child, because this man was so inclusive. His muses were Naomi Campbell, Tina Turner, the late Azadine Alaia. Now he is no longer with us, and now we have a new creative director behind everything. But I have to say, last season his work was beautiful, and this season I was pleased as a seasoned fan of Alaia. But there was some things I'm just like, okay, not so sure if that connects to the DNA of the brand. But this particular look here, baby, this does touch on the DNA of Alaia. Now, obviously, yes, it's super sheer on top, but like, you can just throw on the strapless bra here. But I love the fish aesthetic. It's almost like a mermaid thing. I did see something on Vogue that said that there's a lot of mermaid looking inspired pieces throughout all the shows, and this is definitely a prime example. Alaia definitely focused on the body shape of a woman, the curve of a woman, and celebrating that. And I feel like they for sure hit the mark on this particular piece. I think this is stunning. This is stunning for red carpet and whose ever wedding you want to go to and make the bride look crazy. Like, this is just that piece. Now, the second piece that I was like, oh my God, this actually, it did kind of knock onto the DNA of Azadine Alaia, especially with the circular, I think it's like a grommet actually, detailing on the skirt. But I loved how they did this like high-low cut on the skirt. It's like a little bias cut. There's a lot of brands that were doing this for spring 2023, and we see it here. Loving the shoes. I don't know what's really going on there, but I'm loving it. I'm here for it, and I can't wait to see that come out. It looks like it's an open toe, but overall, Alaia always did have certain basic pieces that were super important to have, like this turtleneck bodysuit. So the skirt is impeccable. It looks like it feels so luscious and soft and supple. So kudos. The third look from Alaia was, it was like, it's giving 1980s flare with the strong shoulder, and again with the mermaid looking finishing as a skirt, and almost like a sarong tie. I just felt that this was super chic, super grown, super boss bitch. And the way that they styled it is impeccable too. To Burberry. Okay, so I have a bias about Burberry. I actually worked with the brand when I worked at Neiman Marcus in 2019. I'm a big fan of Riccardo Tisci. I do feel that he said, bleep all y'all, I'm out. I'm not going to do too much craziness with the real DNA of Burberry. I'm gonna do what I want, and that's exactly what he did, especially with this yellow piece here. It actually is giving Rihanna at the Met. I don't know if anyone else sees it, but I 100% see, even with the styling of the bob, like it's giving Rihanna at the Met with, I don't know who designed that yellow extravagant train of a gown and cape, but this screams it. And you know what? I like it. I wouldn't wear it, but I actually really enjoy seeing it, because to me it's the essence of Riccardo. He just doesn't care. He does what he wants, you know. That's his design. That's what he was feeling at the moment. That's what he created for all of us to see. Go ahead, baby daddy. The next look from Burberry, something that he did touch on the DNA here, and I think the other looks that I picked did, you know, really resonate with the Burberry brand. But I loved how they're bringing denim into this situation. I feel like we are not letting go of sheer anything. I think we're celebrating everything about us in sheer material. So I love how he did a play on the plaid and the sheer, and like some diamond detail pieces in the center. And then I'm seeing denim in so many different places, even with the next look from Burberry. Now, actually, scratch that. Not the next look with Burberry. Squeeze me. I forgot my order. Okay. This, I mean, it's a heavy hit on the plaid, the DNA, but this is so Riccardo Tisci. And this is why I love, he's going to show his ass. And this isn't even one of the most like out there ensembles, but I was like, okay, he don't care. This is it for him with Burberry. He just needs to do his own thing. But I love this piece. I love the pants and how wide it is and how it drapes down on the side, and I like the Laurent cloth situation going on the waistband. Like, it's a whole lot going on, but I'm here for it. I really am. Like, he loves playing around with different things, and even with this denim full-on look, it's just, I would wear this. I see this on so many different types of people with so many different aesthetics. It's so good. It's so smart. And I feel like this is something that would just last lifetimes, you know, that particular aesthetic. So moving on from Burberry, y'all, I'm having my handy dandy computer over here. Going into Dries. Now, I am a huge fan of Dries. Did not love the full collection because I feel like it was very done. It's overdone at this point. But I did like this particular ensemble with the sheer top and the white bandeau. Very wearable. I feel that even though I feel like we're seeing repeats of certain things from Dries with this particular collection, I do feel that Dries is super wearable. Super, you know, if you cannot afford that particular amount of money for clothing, it is easy to duplicate it as well and still feel amazing. I think, you know, florals was all over this particular runway, you know, groundbreaking type of reaction for me, if you know, just to be frank. But this to me was one of my favorite looks, as simple as it is, because it is very wearable, believable. Second look that I really favored, which was, you know, a big focus on the floral, something that was done over, was this blue, I don't even know what to call it, but it was a lot going on. I feel like as separate, they're amazing. All together, I'm not quite sure. But I loved what I saw because I'm able to pick apart the entire situation. But I was a little let down by this collection. I was just looking forward to a lot more oomph. And there was a lot more tight ruffles instead of more volume, and I thought that was the direction it would go in, but who am I? Anyway, so going into Loewe, First of all, I love JW Anderson. I love everything he's been doing with Loewe. I mean, good Lord, they're a billion-dollar company, and that's what he has done for them because of his genius. Okay, I didn't particularly love his show, but there were pieces from his show that I cannot wait for them to drop. I do have a few JW Anderson pieces myself, so, but as a collection, I wasn't in love. But with the Loewe, it just gets you. It draws you in and it gets you. I mean, this is a simple piece, but it's not. I mean, you have the gray sweatshirt situation, but over exaggerated with the floral moment on the shoe, which I'm pretty sure is going to sell out the moment it hits stores and in online stores. This was a beautiful piece, and I can see like a couple of different things being done. I wonder if the sleeves open at the bottom. I just would love to see this on a real, like, not a real person, this is obviously a real person, but I would like to see it on a person playing around with it just to see how many different ways you can wear it. Because if the slits are a certain length, then there might be some other types of play you can do with the length of the sleeves and then how you actually wear the whole piece. I'm just really curious to see this in person. I love this. With the second look that I favored for Loewe, I mean, this was I felt it was kind of random, but simple, but believable. I love these hot shorts. Loved. And I even think there's like a piece that goes upward, or that's a part of the green top. But and the funny thing is, I hate peasant tops. I think, just makes me think of just the Y2K, but in a different way, dusty way. But I love the romance of this aesthetic here. And the fact that they paired it with a flat. It wasn't expected. It's something very subtle and beautiful about this piece. And as separates, they're amazing too. With the third look I favor from Loewe is also similar to the sweatshirt situation. This piece. I love this piece. Oh my God. I can't even talk. First of all, the aesthetic is this. Hold on, let me get myself together. I have a top that is very similar to this design from Loewe. And when I saw this with the white detail, I lost my mind. And then it's the shoe also. Like, it's just everything. It is the over exaggeration that a lot of these brands did this season was like, you know what? I like that. You know what you're doing. So, of course, I will be trying to figure out how to afford that. Louis Vuitton. Let's talk about it. Loved the vision. Okay. There are plenty of accessories that will be super overpriced that I really love, but probably won't get this time around. I was not really wowed, because to me it's like, okay, this is all over exaggerated clothing. I don't know. This is amazing for going on tour as a musician. The red carpet, you know, things that are not actual real life situations. But this ensemble took my breath because it is so edgy, so rock, so beautiful. It's giving Fifth Element a little bit to me. It's giving Mad Max. Like, it was giving a lot of energy to me, and I felt like, oh my God, like if I had the coin, this whole look I'm going to get. I just thought it was so dope. So dope. But everything else is just like, all right, what am I supposed to do with that? That's a lot going on. But I appreciate the vision. I mean, he never misses. I'm not saying that he missed. It's just like, is it believable and wearable? I'm not sold on it. But that look, baby, hello. One brand that I think, you know, really brought out the whole cutout aesthetic that a lot of us love and have been loving for the last couple of years is, forgive me if I pronounce it incorrectly, Nensi Dojaka. It's a pretty name. I really love it. But yeah, I really love this brand. It's to be honest, it's simple. Like they're doing the same thing over and over, almost giving the same vibes that I got from Dries Van Noten. But because I'm a New Yorker now, like this is something that is very wearable on a daily basis by New Yorkers. I mean, this jacket is amazing for dinner, any event. It just hits. It just hits. It looks beautiful. The second look from her, I mean, I don't care if you can see my panty. Like this, again, a mermaid aesthetic too. I'm wearing this to go see Little Mermaid. Okay. And then the third look from Nensi, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Now this is something that I don't think anybody would ever expect that I say I love. But I actually really do. This is so Valentine's ick. Eek. Oh my god, this is so Valentine's Day, but it's so pretty. I think it's the dusty rose that kind of gives me, I feel like this will actually look really beautiful on a lot of skin tones. It is giving Y2K, it's giving Mean Girl, we wear pink on Wednesdays. But I really enjoy seeing it. I think it's so pretty, and that's separate too. I think it just hits the mark, you know. Now going into off-white, so this is really, I've never been a fan on, and you know, I'm sorry, I just wasn't always a big fan of off-white. I hosted Virgil as a client in one of the spaces I used to work in when I was working corporate. And he was a very gentle soul, very quiet, and I do think he was diagnosed at that time. But I've never been into the brand as far as like the accessories or ready wear. Like I like it on other people, but I never felt like I had to go run and get these pieces. But I was really curious to see how this collection went. And there were some pieces I really loved, and I felt like there was a celebration of the foundational, the foundation of the body, and you know, the African diaspora. So I saw that there was a lot of culture and inspiration, and also a celebration of Virgil through it, from what I've been gathering, because I never really paid attention to the brand overall. But since his passing, I just, you know, you see a lot more because they're talking about it a lot more. I feel like when an artist passes away, they get loved on way more than they did when they were alive, which is super unfortunate. But I've learned a lot more about Off-White and Virgil in the last few months. So this particular piece, I mean, it's super sleek, it's stunning. And then if you know, you see the little bit of a logo. He didn't go too crazy with logos or how, you know, Virgil would do any handwritten additions, but I felt like he stayed true to himself in this, and then also was changing the trajectory of the brand. Like it is known to be very streetwear. This is a little bit more oomph, a little bit more regal, a little bit more life is a runway, you know. So that's what I was getting from this collection. The second look that I really loved was this suit. Again, the foundation of the body, like, you know, the muscular buildup and whatnot. And I love that they put this on a masculine human, and it has breasts, I think, you know. So that was pretty cool, just the detail behind it. You know, that blue, that Nipsey blue, that off-white blue, you know, I could see the respect giving there. Third look, I was like, oh, that's really dope. It's giving, I feel like it was giving a lot of aquatic vibes too. But, you know, you can see, or you can imagine what tribes of Africa were celebrated in some of the detail of these pieces. I mean, these pants are beautiful, but the top, I don't know. I'm not that well versed in certain things when it comes to different parts of that continent. Unfortunately, but I can see this high neck and the detail that, you know, has been dotted into skin of coming of age situations and tribal celebrations in Africa. So I understand what's happening here, and I really enjoyed it. And then one more look from Off-White that made me like, oh my God, do you see this? It's otherworldly, honestly. It is otherworldly. This is stunning. I would just sit in the park and be like, I am a whole flower bush. Don't touch me. It looked like a swarm of blue butterflies, okay, surrounding an angel. I think going forward under this particular regime of Off-White, I think I connect really well. Another one of my favorite brands per usual is Rick Owens. I am a Rick girl. I loved how he introduced this color into the collection this time. It's like a dusty blood red or rose. I don't know, but I felt it was really elegant, super beautiful. I mean, I probably would not buy those shoes, but I really love seeing them. They better be on somebody's runway or hip hop video, because you know if you know, okay? The other piece that I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. The texture of this is stunning and breathtaking. He had another piece that had the same material, but I just felt like this was very warrior, princess, I don't know, Grecian goddess. It was giving a whole lot. And I feel like this, with any pair of pants, you know, you got to do it right. This is an easy piece to do something with. It really is. You just have to put it on and play with it. But I really enjoyed the texture of that particular piece. And then this one was just rule me, honey. Like, this is everything queen here. I love a little bald head too. She just looks amazing in this piece. Again, like an armadillo armor, body armor situation. I'm here for all that. I'm here for all that. This, my father's name is Ricardo. Rick Owens is my other daddy. Like, it's just, I love Rick Owens. It just gets it, you know. And then going into Sacai, I love Sacai because their DNA is so engraved into everything that they do. You know it's Sacai from far, and it never misses. There's so much good here. Like, look at this high-low skirt. Look at the sleeve on this button down. Like, of course, give it to me. Give it all to me, honestly. Like, and then, you know, there was a lot of, I felt like more and more of these collections from fall to spring is giving a lot more hope in our world situation, even though it is what it is. There's a lot of negativity going on. I just felt like the message on this was really beautiful and hopeful. I love the pant, and they have a lot of these slim pants that bell out at the bottom like that, but are still close to the foot. I don't know, I just love it. I feel like this is what a bell bottom should be, you know what I'm saying, what a flare should be. And then this little ruffle at the bottom of the shirt, like, I just felt like the entire look was, oh my god, look how beautifully. I would wear the entire thing, buy the whole thing, wear it as is every single time. And then the other look that I really loved from Sacai was, you know, they do trenches, they do the bombers so well. I love how they reimagined this trench with the bell sleeve. I mean, I'll wear it just by itself, naked underneath. Wouldn't have to know that, but naked underneath, because all you need is the coat. That is the fit. I mean, the trench, that is the fit. Okay, going to Sportmax. Okay, this collection to me was random as hell. Like, a lot of things there was a lot of dots that looked like nucleuses, and then like also galaxies looking things, and then there was like some textures. There was a lot going on, but to be honest, I loved it. There's some pieces I would never wear, but I was like, oh my god, I can see how, like, this is so much fun for someone. This is a beautiful look. This black look to me is everything. Love this. There's, again, I saw a lot of bias cut, a lot of asymmetrical cuts on skirts, and I'm like, I'm living for it, because some of it is showing beautiful, you know, it's giving you a little high leg moment, but it gives a volume that we're not really used to seeing the last couple years. So it's refreshing, and I love the fringe tops that they were serving on this runway as well. This checkerboard top with the one sleeve, and then the skirt, and then the shoe, I don't know why, but I love it so much. It made me so happy. But you're going to be surprised about my next pick from Sportmax, because it also made me happy. And I have no rhyme or reason for it. I don't wear this. I love it. I don't know. I have nothing to say. It just made me really happy. Look at the sleeve. Look how the button closes in the front with the buttons and goes to the side on the lopside. Something about this fit that just, I would wear it. Going into Stella. Oh my God. Very wearable, very reminiscent of old collections. It gives me a little Phoebe Philo. Stunning. And yet, everyday wear. I am here for this entire collection. Even the low rise with the beaded detail like that, I wouldn't do. But very wearable. These jeans with the faux leather front. I'm gonna find out how much they are, because there will be a piggy bank that will be set aside just for those pants. They are amazing. Okay, love this. Love the white button down, which was reimagined time and time again on so many others. I really love this outfit. The next outfit too, to me, I'm like, you know what, I know a lot of us has something very similar to this blazer, but the detail that she threw into it, I mean, you can't really, you're gonna have to get that if that's what you want. But also paired up with the cargo short. Y'all know cargos was going crazy all this year. Like, if you gonna put me in a cargo short, yes please. Okay, I love this look, and also it's very easy to duplicate, so we love that. And then the third look from Stella, again, the low rise with the chain with a short blazer, because we all have been very used to getting this oversized or super long blazer, and that's the aesthetic. This, it's just strong. It's strong, and it's everything for me. Now I have a few more. Okay, we're gonna get into Victoria Beckham. Now, I believe this was her first time showing. And I'm going to talk about the pieces I love, because the rest of the collection didn't make much sense to me. It didn't correlate with each other. It didn't look like Victoria. It looked like something else that would be a little bit more acceptable. But her structure pieces that she's known for, let's get into that. Like this red moment here, I live for this red moment. Even this little shaggy bag that don't make sense to me, I think it's a beautiful pop against the suit. I think this ensemble is beautiful and very worthy of her, especially on this model. Like, she just killed it. She looks so beautiful in this piece. And then going into this look, I mean, she's trying to do more soft, and I get that. I think it really did. She did it really well with this look here, for sure. I don't know if it's a dress or two separates. It beautiful. I love the arm, the long gloves with it. I love the sheerness of it all. I love how they layered it together. It's really beautiful. And then for the third look that I really loved from her collection was this particular look on Gigi. I mean, honestly, this is what I think of. When I think of Victoria Beckham aesthetic, this is what it runs to. So beautiful, beautiful piece midway on that collection. And the last brand, I mean, and it's kind of weird because a lot of these collections they're spring, but a lot of them look super heavy and pre-fall. But whatever, that's fine. Fashion is fashion. But the last brand that I want to get into that had like piece after piece, I was just like, where am I going to get all this money from for these pieces, right? Saint Laurent. I mean, did y'all get into this? These long coats, and I have no words. It's just so badass. It's so money making woman. It's giving Grace Jones. It's giving Jacqueline Breuer in Boomerang, Robin Givens' character in that movie, mixed with Grace Jones. Like this is corporate. This is the new, if I'm going to do corporate, this is how I'm pulling up. Every day. And I'm going to fling my coat on my assistant's table upon arrival like the devil wears Prada. But the devil is wearing Saint Laurent. These looks were, oh my God. And it was just the colors, the textures. Even this camel situation with this citron, I don't even know, pants top situation. I don't know about that belt underneath it, but like everything else. And what I also loved is that there's not a super skinny pant, and there's not like, yes, there's a lot of wide leg, but there's also this in-betweeny situation, skinny and wide leg, but like skinny and then at the bottom. I'm here for that. I really love that kind of movement, and I saw that a lot between Sacai, YSL, like this. I mean, flabbergasted. And then this little moto situation, she could be going to McDonald's, and I would just give her everything that I have. I would just give it. Look at her. Look at this. And this with the dark, deep purple burgundy and like a chocolate. It just, there's so many beautiful luscious colors. Again, it reminds me of what fall would be. But it is spring. So listen, I'm here for that, because listen, I'm not a big color person. Like I don't really resonate with a lot of colors in my wardrobe. Having them in my wardrobe, I love neutral, earth, jewel. These pieces that Saint Laurent came out with. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see where you're going. All right. But yes, this was my little roundup. I appreciate y'all riding with me throughout this journey of going through these collections. There were so many beautiful collections. I mean, it was overwhelming, and it was beautiful to see so many more women of color being on sight and scene for these shows overseas. There was a lot more body inclusive situations, not as much as it needs to, but we can see it developing more. So, you know, it was really delightful to see a lot of these collections, and seeing the people just in the mix, enjoying it, explaining the collections further. Like I'm watching everyone's YouTubes, like, oh my God, their vlogs from Paris to Milan, all this stuff. So really dope, really dope. And there's so many more things. I think the next thing I would really like to dig into when it comes to the spring collections are to dive into the accessories, and what accessories are we gonna keep our eye on for when they come out. We're gonna spend our pretty little coins on, okay? But listen, don't forget to like, click, subscribe, share with your friends, tell them about me. If there's something that you want me to discuss on another video, drop it in the comments below. Tell me what you thought of this video. But thanks for riding with me. I'll see y'all next video. Bye, guys.